Oleoresin capsicum, or OC, is an extract from ground cayenne peppers that concentrates the material capsaicin, which makes the peppers hot. South American or African peppers are the best to use in the manufacturing of OC. While some manufacturers may use a synthetic oleoresin capsicum, we at Bodyguard use imported cayenne peppers to make our OC product line. An organic compound, OC is classified as an inflammatory agent. In short, when OC comes into contact with the face of a person or animal, it will inflame the mucous membranes, which will impair breathing, and also will cause involuntary closing of the eyes. OC works best when inhaled and should work immediately on contact. That's why it is so effective against drunks, psychotics, people on drugs, and animals, and it's safe to use. Several independent laboratory studies and reports have concluded that OC is safe. One such study and report conducted by 2 research chemists assigned to the FBI Forensic Science Research and Training Center and an analytical chemist who is a member of the Human Investigations Committee were consulted about OC. They concluded that no long-term health risks could be foreseen with the use of OC as a chemical agent. Commonly used OC aerosol sprays include Bodyguard, Pepper Mace, Capstun, Punch, Karate in a Can, plus many others. Now let's examine what has been traditionally called tear gas, those products made from CN and CS. CN is a chemical compound known as chloroacetylphenone, classified as a lacrimatory agent because it produces profuse watering of the eyes. It has been used by U.S. law enforcement agencies since the 1920s. A person who comes in contact with CN should feel its effect within 2 to 5 seconds. CN also irritates the upper respiratory passages and causes a burning sensation on moist skin areas. CN should not be used on people with heart or respiratory conditions and has been the proximate cause of death of some people. And unlike OC products, CN does not work well on animals because they do not have tear ducts. CN products include mace, curb, phaser, plus others. Similar to CN is the chemical compound CS. CS, or orthochlorobenzylmalonitrile, is also known as chlorobenzyladenomallonitrile. CS is classified as an irritant and has been used by the military and many criminal justice agencies for riot control. 10 times stronger than CN, its effects are more severe on anyone who comes into contact with it. However, it can take up to 30 seconds to affect the person. Exposure can produce an extreme burning to the eyes, profuse tearing, involuntary closing of the eyes, coughing, and a tightening of the chest, sinus, and nasal drip, plus an extreme burning sensation of moist parts of the body. Here is a photograph of a police officer who was accidentally sprayed by his partner during the arrest of a violator. As you can see, his arms suffered blistering after coming into contact with one of these chemical compounds. CS products include Paralyzer, Saber, Freeze, Spray Stunner, Lightning Bolt, plus others. I hope this short discussion has helped to clarify the major differences between CN, CS, and oleoresin capsicum aerosol sprays. CN and CS have their place in law enforcement and military operations. Both, however, are man-made chemicals, and both have been identified as possible carcinogenic agents. Finally, both CN and CS have proven to be less effective against people on drugs, people who are psychotic, people who are highly intoxicated, dogs, and other vicious animals. In contrast, OC is organic. OC has not been found to present any long-term health risks, and it has a proven track record about working on people who are strung out on drugs, who are highly intoxicated, who are psychotic, plus working on vicious animals. Therefore, it is my personal and professional opinion as a pharmacist and as a DTI qualified chemical aerosol spray instructor that given today's litigious society and your need to quickly and reliably protect yourself, OC aerosol sprays are one of the most effective and safe ways to subdue a person on the street. Now here is Dr. Joseph Perea, a practicing physician and a specialist in internal medicine, to discuss the medical effects of using oleoresin capsicum aerosol sprays on people.
As Sam just mentioned, oleoresin capsicum is a derivative of cayenne pepper. When sprayed into a person's face, it instantly affects the mucous membranes which are located in the respiratory system. Generally, the pepper will cause the mucous membranes to swell. This is why the oleoresin capsicum aerosol spray is classified as an inflammatory product. For example, the sinuses have a mucous membrane lining which is continuous with the nasal cavity. One purpose of the mucous membranes is to filter the air a person breathes, thus helping to protect the lungs. When the OC pepper comes in contact with these membranes, they will generally become inflamed, causing them to swell. This swelling will restrict the size of the sinuses and air passages, allowing only basic life support breathing to continue. The OC pepper will also make a person cough and in some cases gag, as he or she struggles to get air into the lungs. Another reaction to being sprayed with an OC aerosol spray, such as Bodyguard, is dilatation of the capillaries of the eyes. The pepper will make the eyes water profusely, involuntarily close. OC pepper also affects the lacrimal apparatus or tear glands of the eyes. The lacrimal glands consist of two compound tubulo-alveolar glands which are located in the upper portion of the orbits of the human eyes. When the pepper comes in contact with the eyes, the tear ducts should release tears. The pepper should cause a burning sensation to this area. This burning sensation or heating of the skin is measured in Scoville units. Developed for the food industry, the scales ranges from 40,000 to 1,500,000 units. The higher the unit, the more bite or inflammatory response. Bodyguard has a Scoville unit rating of 1 million. For best results, spray a person in the facial area. Hopefully the person will inhale the OC pepper and also have it affect the eyes. Since OC is not lethal unless it is injected directly into the bloodstream and then at large doses, it should not produce any long-lasting medical effects, and it should not affect a person who has a heart condition or other respiratory problem. After spraying a person or yourself with OC or any chemical aerosol, here are some guidelines which I suggest you follow for decontaminating the following areas of the body. Regarding the eyes, flush the eyes with an optical saline solution or with clear water. Also tell the person not to rub the eyes, as this will cause further irritation. For the nose, tell the person to breathe normally. To help remove large particles, have the person blow the nose. For the skin, expose the sprayed or affected area to the air. Flush the skin with water for several minutes. Do not put a salve on the affected areas, as the salve will trap the OC particles which are present against the skin. Salves would include butter, cold cream, Vaseline, lanolin, and so forth.